Go by your lifestyle.
Yes.
And go by your love affair with the kitchen. We have forgotten what kitchen is about. Kitchen is where everyone gets together. Kitchen is where people hug each other. Kitchen is where things are alive. You always want to make sure that your fridge is not overcrowded. You want to make sure that you can see everything in the fridge. Never buy because it's on sale. And I want to
Makes sense.
I want to share something. Make a note that don't waste food. Put it on your fridge. Put it in your car. One day I want to print bags which says, don't ever waste food. And experiment in your life. The day you stop throwing food in the trash, your bank balance is going to grow. It is my life experience. This red dot, it looks like a red dot. It's a restaurant to people. You guys can't imagine what we test here. We test money principles. We test consciousness of people. We test what people felt with a certain batch of lentil soup. And then another lentil soup. How were people responding when they received that particular tofu curry? This is a lab of human consciousness, I'm telling you today.
Yes, that's pretty accurate.
We all belong to one group. I have a spiritual center. I served an enlightened master in India for 5 years. I went through awakening at work in a pharmaceutical company, waiting to go to medical school. And everything shattered. A night came, I could not tell who was my mom. Every woman looked like my mom. I couldn't tell the difference between my checking account and someone else's checking account. This is how it all began in 2002. And do what is best for you. If you think freezing a soup for a week is the perfect love affair, then do that. Then I ask you, would you tell your husband or your partner, honey, put a bag of love in the bedroom, I'll take it in a week? Does that work? Can you tell Mother Earth, can you keep this oxygen? I'll need it the day I'm dying. Can you just keep it on the side? No, we take as we need. Food is your bank. Your fridge, your kitchen is your bank. I tell every woman, especially woman who walks at the red dot, have flowers in your kitchen. I don't care where you buy them. Have a candle burning, have a fire. And when you light it, imagine it's your own heart that you're lighting. For who? For yourself. And when you are oozing out of love, the whole world is attracted to you, let alone your husband or partner. Everybody, all of a sudden, people are texting you haven't seen in 6 months. They're sitting somewhere, but they're feeling you connecting to yourself.
Everybody benefits from you being in a high spirit. Everybody.
And I have tested and tested and tested again. It starts in the kitchen. And I don't care how small it is. And please, if your dishes are 2 years, 4 years old, go get new dishes. And it doesn't matter if they're from Walmart. Even just a plate and a new cup for yourself. It will change everything. We spend so much money in this restaurant just on napkins and the amount of candles we burn and the amount of flowers we bring here. I refuse to put plastic flowers. Actually, none of us do. it adds to the charm of people continuously say, I feel good at the Red Dot. In California, we have so many retired people. They just say, I've been waiting. Sunday is my favorite day because 3 p.m. I get to come here. And I feel charged for a whole week. And by Friday, I'm getting anxious. When is Sunday, 3 p.m. because I'm going there again. And it's nothing extraordinary. You're carrying the same thing with you. It's just that here we are reminding each other about the same thing all day long. He used to be a sous chef of Herman. How it all began, he came to me in 2012. And I come from a North India, from a Sikh family. And if you've ever gone to a Sikh temple, our kitchens are open 24 hours a day. You can walk into any Sikh temple and ask for food. They will get up, go to the kitchen and prepare you a meal.
You can't go hungry if there's a Sikh temple.
Or a
Fine.
Sikh house.
If you knock and you're hungry,
It's in our blood.
to
It's a
serve
sin not to feed someone.
Yeah.
So we are both from North India, and imagine we have 2 red dots. And it has nothing to do with opening a restaurant. It's an aspiration to feed people. When you cook for anyone at home, feel the aspiration to feed. And please don't ever cook what you want to eat that night. Cook what someone else in the house wants to eat. And they're going to say it was the most delicious meal. And they slept so good. And their tummy was so happy all night. And they did not have any dreams. The heavier the food, you're going to have dreams. They're related. And every enlightened master has done this experiment. And in India, we eat before sunset. The sun is still in the sky. When he says chanting, Grandma would cook at 5 p.m. and it's an evening chanting time. It's a prayer time. So when else to do it when she's cooking? Because there's too many people in the house to eat. So that's the only time she can finish her prayer while she's cooking. So two things got done at the same time. Make kitchen cooking your lover.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes. Absolutely.
Make it so part of you. And picking vegetables. We've tried organic. We've gone out buying $4.50 an avocado. We've done everything you can think of. And at the end of the day, what did it boil down to? It boiled down to going grocery shopping, bringing the produce, and lighting an incense, and lighting a candle, and saying a prayer to all the food that came. You can charge your food.
It's not hocus pocus. It is absolutely true. You are an energetic phenomenon. Everything living here is a reflection of that same
We
energetic phenomenon.
are not there yet that we can have buy every produce organic. Organic milk, we won't make it. And 90% of society won't make it. Because there's rents to pay, there's other expenses, there are medical expenses, there are tuitions, there's schools, there's clothing, there's so much other things, there's vehicles. But it all came down to praying on the food before chopping it.
It's just being thankful.
And you can come and hunt me down. Start your experiment, don't waste food. And watch your wealth grow in the house. May it be finding a $50 bill that you put in your library book 3 years ago. May it be grandma calling and saying, honey, I'm sending you $110 out of nowhere. I just feel like it. You will watch the consciousness change in the house. In Hindu traditions, even in the Bible, share. And before that, be grateful that I have such a thing to eat. And another thing, experiment. Don't be picky. If you have cabbage and potatoes and an onion at house, and it's 7 p.m., please do not be repulsed by it and run to a grocery store.
Cook it with love.
You are degrading a thing. You're rejecting a thing, a live thing that's sitting in your house. Repulsion. Don't have repulsion in your system. Turn everything into love. And last thing, everybody has different genetics. Everybody has come from different backgrounds. Do not worry about how much you weigh and why you weigh this much and what you look like. Feel yourself. Be connected to yourself. There's nobody else like you. And live by the purpose of your life. Keep living by the purpose. And this is a huge part of our life. I eat 1 meal a day, 4 p.m. And even that, if I stay above my body, I don't have to eat. I used to eat 5 meals a day, 3 meals a day. Now from last, year and a half, it's 1 meal. And it's perfect. Does that mean you have to go to 1 meal? No. Listen to yourself. So many people come to Herman and they say, I'm starting this new diet and the doctor said this and it's just overwhelming. I went to grocery store and I couldn't find what he asked for. And I say, this stress is more than your sickness. Stay calm. And either give us a grocery list and wait 2 days, we'll pick it up for you. Or just feel blessed that you went to the doctor and this is your diagnosis. And just eat what you can today. It's all right. Another 2 days are not going to make a difference. That squash or that particular thing from particular store can wait. Your peace of mind and love for yourself is much greater than what the doctor said. Be with you. That's why when we were creating a menu, we went from salads to fried food. I said, Herman, I want everything on the menu. Everything vegetarian under the sun. I'm not going to take out fried food. No, I love fried food. But I don't overeat fried food. I don't get up at midnight and have a big thing of fried food. But I can have a big thing when I'm starving. Don't take anything. Be natural. French fries. And then 3 avocados. Sure. That's what I feel. Leave me alone. We sure are picky about where we want to live. We sure are picky about our partners. We sure are picky about how we want to dress and how we like our hair. Why shouldn't we be picky about what we eat? That's why we never speak about don't eat meat. Why shouldn't you? When it's your time, it will come to you. It will naturally come to you that I don't feel like eating this anymore. Let it come to you. Balance, harmony of life. There are things that are common sense. Overeating. We are a little sad. We want to eat double. We're munching on the whole cashew box is gone. You're on the phone with mom and you don't even know what's going in the mouth. And next thing you're like, oh, now I got to do this and I still need to shower and oh my God, the laundry, the dryer's going off. Oh, please. Come back. Come back to right here. In 2002, when I was going through my transformation, for about 8-9 months, it was my ritual that if I could not see here, I'm not living. I'm way out there somewhere. I'm either in the past or in the future. And I had to, how would I ground myself? In a second. I would look at my nose and then I would see my chest. I'm completely in my body. This is it. This is it. Let me put the phone away. It doesn't matter. I answered phones in my past lifetime. I answered phones 20 years ago. I'll be answering phones life after life after life to come. This moment is mine. And how do I want to be with my moment? I want to, it's easy to say, love yourself and feel love and love others. And you're like, the heck with this love. I'm in pain. My heart is hurting. I'm having a hard time accepting myself. I want a different job. My this and that, I went to the post office and they weren't even nice today and whatever it is. You're on the freeway, oh, this cop and whatever it is. And what does a thing come to a human mind is leave me alone, leave me alone, just leave me alone. And who do you turn to with such agony of this life? Who do you turn to? You can't turn to, you try to call best friend and you're like, oh, she's not understanding. Your thoughts are like, this is not what I want to, okay, I'll call you later. And then we put some song on, then we do this, and then we do that. And then a moment comes, there's lightness. Because every human being goes through the cycle of the 3 gunas. These are Sanskrit terms. There's Rajas, Sattva, Tamas. We're continuously going through these. There's a creative force, there's an unconscious force, and there's a sattvic force, which is our psychic force. When we feel complete calmness. And you feel all these in a day. These 3 things happen. And if you read scriptures, we're supposed to work 8 hours, we're supposed to sleep 8 hours, and we're supposed to spend time with our soul for 8 hours. May it be church, may it be chanting, may it be teaching kids, having a Bible study, whatever it may be. This is how 200, even my grandma, when we were in the village, this is how the days went. I think that's why the health was good. That's why everything just flowed. Nobody talked about poverty. I don't remember even the poorest person in our village saying, we're poor. Because it wasn't, you didn't talk about it. It almost like didn't exist. But now the focus is the split, what he was saying. There's a split. And only you, each one of you, can bring that split back to together. And where does it start? It starts in you, in each one of you. If you're on a steak diet, it's 2 pieces a day with a side salad, please stick with it. Until you feel this is something I should not do. This class is not about this is what you should eat. No. This thing is about connecting to yourself through food. Loving your food. And yes, add spices. He'll make a big pot of lentil soup in the morning and it's gone every day. And we're told again and again, Yelp reviews, this and that, Google reviews, they have the best lentil soup. Actually, it's because of the garam masala that we now pack and sell.
Yep.
Our lentils, that's the flavor. And they really go into the lentils. So, kitchen. Keep it clean. Don't have anything extra. Before you take 2 leaves off of your romaine lettuce or your iceberg and you throw it in the trash can. When you throw that, think of me and throw 5 cents with it into the trash can. Or better yet, I tell in my classes, keep a container by side, and when you throw 5 cents in there, then you bring the container to me in a year and let me see how much you have wasted unconsciously. My dear chef was fully trained in a culinary school, and we went 6 months of intense training of how to not waste food. When I first saw him, you want to chop me this how you first chop?
That's the only way I know how to chop.
There's obviously a different way.
Well, you know, you do what traditionally you do. It's like, oh, okay, you know. It's
Never.
Never.
Of course, I grew. This was in the restaurants. I was just trying
It's
to
in- no.
fastest way of doing it.
It's in YouTube videos. It's in, I mean, it's every chef, every channel you watch. This is how you cut a bell pepper. And I would say, okay, it cost me 69 cents, and I'm weighing this, and now give me my 17 cents. We don't think that we paid for this. We don't think when you're taking a leaf off of your romaine lettuce that that's pennies. That's pennies that you worked for. And that's going against law of nature. Nobody made us poor. We ourselves are making us poor because we have forgotten where we're throwing money. Unconscious cooking, unconscious usage of tissue papers, unconscious usage of toilet paper. We have a sign in California that toilet roll is saying, please use me consciously. And there's 2 girls, one is 4, one is 5. She comes out of the bathroom, she said, Mommy, can you read what's on next to the toilet paper? She comes out 45 minutes later. She's having me explain to her what that means. Well, sure enough, before she left, she wrote that sign down. She understood that piggy bank, that 5 cents that Mommy gives me every week, I might be just flushing it down the toilet as a toilet paper. She wrote the sign down, and her mom sent us a photo that now that sign is also at our toilet roll, right next to it in our bathroom. This is what we need to teach. Through action. Don't tell anyone, say please, say thank you. No. Do it. Keep doing it every day it gets rubbed off. Truth always gets rubbed off. So the intimacy in chopping, and buy a best knife, I learned. Just like we need best tools for, we need a good phone for ourselves, we need a nice car, we need good tools. One of the biggest tools which I had never thought of, and it came to me after meeting him, is you have to have a magnificent knife.
You do.
So,
Cook that.
yes, right? Add 12 of these in a day.
I'm with you.
No, we,
I'll watch trash cans and they know that, oh, she's coming around. Nothing, not a grain of rice gets wasted in our restaurant. I'm telling the truth. You can check our trash cans. He cooks it, and that's why sometimes by 4 p.m. something has run out. Because we won't overcook. I refuse to overcook. If we know it's a Friday 3 p.m., rice has run out, they are trained that yes, you can start 1 cup again. But if it's 5 o'clock, no. It has to wait till the next morning. It's the love affair. And that gives abundance.
It's not to say you can't take off things off a vegetable or something if it's spoiling. Please,
Yes.
judiciously use discrimination where it's necessary. It's common sense that you get rid of that. But don't say, well, it's probably all the way through, and then throw the whole head of lettuce away just because you see a little spoilage on it. There's no reason to get carried away.
And you'll see it in your life. I promise you.
take that spoilage, compost it,
Right.
and put
Yes.
it back into the garden.
Garden.
You have a little garden,
That's what
that's
we do.
perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect, it really is. Now, we have prepared some food for you as well. I can also give a small little cooking demo, but I would love to first give you guys,
You do cooking demo. Me and Connor go
You
at
guys-
the back.
and we'll bring out some
Food.
food
Let's
for
feed
you
you
guys to
guys.
try out that we made for you. It is cream of broccoli soup. The reason why I made it is because recently we were out shopping and we went to Panera Bread, and of course, thinking that we could get something there to eat, and they got a soup, and I got broccoli soup, and it was neither delicious, neither made with love or anything. It just seemed like a lot of yellow
Cornflower.
colored flour and some veggies inside it, and cheese. I don't know whether this is powdered cheese or what's going on inside. I couldn't tell. So I said, I'm gonna make broccoli soup, and it has broccoli inside it. Lots of broccoli. It's delicious.